Hello friends, and welcome to another video. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. I'm actually right now recording on my iPhone because I am driving to pick up John. We are camping in Nehalem Bay State Park, which is in Manzanita and right next to Nehalem Bay, which is just, we love this area. And we actually got here yesterday, and we have all the dogs with us on this camping trip. You might see Toby behind me, and you might actually even hear him panting. He's a very anxious car rider, but John is crabbing. This is his first time crabbing. We went through Kelly's Marina, which is a place here in the Nehalem Bay area, and he rented a boat for 2 hours. That's kind of how it starts. You rent a boat for 2 hours. I think he got like 3 crab pots, and yeah, he's giving it a shot. He was very excited. I'm happy for him because this is something that he's wanted to do for a long time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go with him because I got the mutt crew with us, and I just am not comfortable leaving him in the trailer. So at least not right now. But anyway, that's where we're headed. I wanted to take a minute and open up the video and say welcome. John does have a camera with him out on the boat, and we're gonna see what kind of footage he gets. I know he was not sure what he was gonna be able to do because he is the captain, the fisherman, the passenger, all in one. So anyway, let's go pick John up, and very excited to see how it went.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right, guys. Let me do this a little bit like this. So I'm on a boat, and we're gonna give it a little bit of, I think I can give it a little bit of throttle now that we're out here. And so this is what's happening. I'm going crabbing today, and I'm by myself. The people at the marina, where I just rented this boat, the people at the marina said it's very difficult to do this on your own. They also said don't use don't fish while you're doing it, and I can't use my own crab pot. So this is going to be an interesting experience. So we'll see how it is. I'll let you know. We'll do some more video. We'll do some more video when I kind of stop the boat, because it is certainly loud. So here we go. All right, so I got some crab pots in the water. I don't know if you guys will be able to see them, but there's some green buoys out there. It's a gorgeous day. They said it's gonna be really challenging to do this as a single person. So I'm hoping that it's not that challenging, but we'll see. We'll see if it is or not. I'm just kind of hanging out around these things. They said to wait 10 minutes before you start pulling the first one up, and then just start doing it. These are actually crab rings, not crab pots. So I guess it's like the water pressure as you're pulling it up that will keep it in there. So yeah, I got 3 of them out there. Hopefully we're doing something with crab tonight, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll see. My excitement level is high. My feeling that this will actually work on a one-man show when I've never really done this before is a lot lower. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so these are the little suckers we're trying to catch, but I'm not having good success. So far I've caught, I don't know, maybe 20 of them, but every single one's been too small. The only one that I even had that was close, it was still too small, but it was close, was a female, which we're not allowed to catch at all. So anyway, we're gonna continue trying this out. This is really, really challenging by yourself on this thing, but we'll continue to do what we can do. All right, guys, so motor's on a little bit. I got it just quiet. I did get 2 what I think are legal size crabs. Oh geez, hold on. Don't want him to get me. I'll show you in here. So we're gonna go we're gonna go back to the marina and see if they are legal size. They'll let me know, and then if they are, they'll cook them up. I gotta clean them, but they'll teach me how supposedly, so we'll see. And then I got a crab pot, so I'm hoping to throw a crab pot in the water at some point, maybe tomorrow morning, and then check it out at lunchtime or something from the park. So we'll see. More to come.
How'd it go?
Good. I got a couple.
Wow. Let me
yeah.
see. Come here.
Well, they're cleaned, and so we just got claws and legs. Yeah, you know what? I came back after like an hour and 15. It's a lot of work when you're by yourself, especially with these crab traps that they have, because it's not really a crab pot. So you have to get the boat angled just right, and then grab the buoy thing, slowly take in the string until you're like straight up and down, and then really fast pull it hand over hand, otherwise the crab can get away, because it's not a full crab trap. But anyway,
you caught two.
I got two. Well, I caught every single pull. I caught multiple crabs. Not once did I have less than one. Like I always had 2, 3, 4. One time I had like 6. These were the only 2 that were big enough and male, which are the only legal ones I could get. So if it's the right size, but it's female, you have to throw it back. There was a lot of females out there that are really big. But yeah, the only 2 males that I caught that were that size. I was really happy because I came back. They said almost every time, you know, you come back and people are sad because they measure your crabs and like half of them have to get kind of thrown back because you got ones that are too small. Both the ones that I said were good were actually good.
That's awesome,
yeah.
Babe. Are you addicted?
Oh, this was really fun. I wish so bad we would have brought Carrie's kayak. Tomorrow I'm gonna figure out how to get over to the water so I can throw my crab pot in kind of by the jetty area, but I so wish we had Carrie's kayak, because what I could do in the morning, go throw a crab pot in, and then go back to camp, hang out. At noon, go pick it up and just boil crab.
Hi friends, we are back at the trailer and I'm getting dinner started, and tonight I'm making homemade pizza, which you guys have seen me make before on this channel. The dough that I use is very simple. It is 2 cups flour, 1 package of yeast. Me and John have found when we make homemade pizza, we get the pizza crust yeast. It really does make a difference, we think. 3/4 teaspoon salt, sea salt, 1 tablespoon honey, 1 tablespoon olive oil, and 1 cup warm water. Pro tip, never make sure your water's too hot when you're incorporating it into yeast, because you don't want to kill your yeast. So that's what we're making for dinner. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm just doing this in the trailer because it's warmer in here. The fog's definitely rolling in. So I'm gonna turn the light on. And we're gonna do 2 cups flour. And we're incorporating our dry ingredients first. So I'm putting in the yeast next, which I never feel like I can open these right. And just make sure you get all of that goodness out of the package. See how it likes to stay in there, kind of get it all in there. We are gonna put in some sea salt. I actually brought my sea salt from home. This is calling for 3/4 teaspoon. I don't think, let me see if I have my measuring spoons. Oh my gosh, I do. Look at me. Spoon here and just call it 3/4. Can't go wrong. You definitely want to salt your bread always. All right, tablespoon of honey. This is normally the honey that I use. It's because I don't have a tablespoon. Okay, and then we're gonna do a tablespoon of olive oil. Do is I should have mixed my dry ingredients first. I failed to do that, so we're just gonna go with it and kind of mix everybody at once. I'm gonna just double check my temperature, which that's perfectly warm. I normally do just right above room temperature. And I'm gonna try mixing this with a spoon to try and keep my hands clean. I don't want to put anything weird down my gray tank. I'm not working in a normal kitchen on this, but I know I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty to really incorporate everything. I just think, you know, if you're not using like a KitchenAid style mixer, it's not going to come together with just a spoon. So, and then this dough will take 1 hour to rise, and nothing fancy about this dough. It's very easy, and I just think it really tastes good. So you're going to kind of have a ball like that. I'm going to knead it some more to really incorporate all my ingredients, and then I will let it rest. Okay, it has been an hour. I would say the dough did a pretty good job with rising. So I'm going to put some olive oil in this pan and get the dough spread out. Ideally, this is normally not how I bake my pizza at home, but you know, you got to do what works when you're camping. So yeah, I think it did a really good job though. Proud of that. All right, let's get it in the pan. If your dough starts to fight you, kind of get it spread out to the point that you can, and then kind of let it sit for a little bit. See how it kind of starts going back together. Let it sit for like 5 minutes, come back to it and play with it again, and eventually it's gonna give and you're gonna get it spread out to where you want it to be. All right, everyone, welcome to the tent. This is where John and I have our kitchen set up. We just got this actually this past weekend from Cabela's, and it is the clamshell. We actually have almost all of the shades pulled down because it's getting a little breezy and chilly, and we decided to set up our kitchen there. So I'm gonna have John open the door for me because my hands are full. We're gonna get the pizza started. All right, I put the dough in the oven. I typically will cook my dough first for about 5 minutes just to start getting that crust nice and crispy, because me and John do like our pizza crispy. And then if I'm not making my own sauce, I'm just going to be using the Classico traditional. And then this is gonna be very basic pizza. Just also got some mozzarella and Parmesan, and then we're just putting some pepperoni. It's just gonna be pepperoni pizza. So what do you think of the tent so far?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
And John actually did a lot of research on what kind of tent we were gonna get. What made you decide this tent?
We could get it the same day. I mean, honestly, that was it. But we were looking at clam or gazelle, This is a Cabela's tent. It's made by Clam, and it's the big one, which is what I wanted. I also wanted the dark sides or the walls that were always on, so we could just roll them up instead of, you know, having them separate, because I don't want to carry walls separate.
Yeah, so everything's included on this, right? And the setup's so easy.
Yeah, setup's super easy.
All right, the pizza is ready to go back in the oven. So again, it's just Parmesan, mozzarella, pizza sauce, and pepperoni. Easy as you can make a pizza. All right, the pizza is out. That is about the darkness John and I like our pizza at. So yes, this is gonna be so good. I cooked it probably for about, honestly, 35 to 40 minutes. So just so you know, if you're gonna try this at home. Okay. All right, we got the crew. We're walking into Manzanita, which is about 1.5 miles from our campsite. We're doing it for some coffee, to give the dogs a good walk. And so yeah, they'll get a good 3-mile walk all before 10 a.m. Oh, there's two.
Yeah.
We'll go. Just saying hello. Good girl. Good girl. You look like a little sea lion. Good girl. You're such a good swimmer, Navy. Growing up on the West Coast, I've been to the beach many, many times. I have never in my life seen it like this. What you guys can see, you can see John right there. We're capsuled in complete fog. You cannot see the water. There's tons of people around us. We can hear them, but you can't see it. You can't see 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah, this is crazy.
What?
I can see the water now.
Yeah, it's starting to see it a little bit. Yeah. Let me flip you guys around. You have to check this out. This is crazy. Isn't that insane? You can kind of see the water this way. We have the pups with us at the beach. Well, John and I are so conflicted. We are actually leaving today. We're leaving 2 days early. Today is Thursday. We weren't supposed to be leaving until Saturday afternoon. However, the reason we're leaving is this is a reality of camping with dogs, and I do not regret bringing my dogs on this trip. This is just, a lot of people ask me, how do you camp with your dogs? And if you've noticed, I don't bring my dogs camping with me a lot. And let me tell you why. First of all, Toby, the brown dog, he is going to be 12 years old, and just to get him in the car, we actually have to give him, and I'll show you what we give him. We have to give him these calming chews. We've tried CBD also with Toby, and he gets 2 of these sticks. That's his dosing for his weight, and this still does not do the trick. He's still very anxious when he travels, to the point of it's constant panting in the car, and he won't even sit down in the back seat, and he'll shake. So he used to not be a nervous car rider, but as he's gotten older, he's obviously very uncomfortable with it. But once he's at the location, it's great. He loves it. He did that 3-mile walk beautifully this morning. He came and took a really good nap. And Jasper and Navy, they're great travelers. Jasper's actually great in the car. I call him my adventure guy. He's just he's always up for anything, right? Jasper's just always super happy, go lucky. When we take Jasper and Navy from Toby, that turns into a nightmare. Hey, babe.
Hey babe, do we have wipes in here, like disinfectant wipes? I did somewhere.
Yeah, getting the wipes for John.
Thanks.
So it's kind of like, what do we do, right? It's a catch-22. I've told you that I have 2 adult kids, my kids that still live with us at home, and they take very good care of the dogs when we do go away. They get walks. We have a huge backyard. So I don't worry about it. I just feel guilty because I know that Jasper loves to travel, and we have taken Jasper by himself before. Toby's a wreck at home. So it's kind of a catch-22 on how we do this. And, but anyway, we knew we wanted to take him on this trip. And that's a little bit about why I don't take my dogs on every trip. And also, there's nothing wrong with it. So what I'm about to say, I don't want you to think if you do it, it's wrong. It's 100% me. I don't want to leave my dogs in the trailer. That's something, I don't know why. It worries me to leave my dogs in the trailer and walk away. We have had Jasper and Navy with us in the desert before while we camped in this trailer. And when we went and sat in the hot springs, obviously dogs weren't allowed. We left them in the trailer. It was cool. You know, we had windows, the max fan, the whole bit. They did fine. I don't know why. I just have like this ultimate fear. I leave them alone at home if I have to run to the store or whatever. I don't know. Maybe if my trailer was bigger and they had more room, I would feel better about it. But that's a little bit as to why I don't take my dogs on every trip. But why are we leaving early? We are leaving early because we have a big rainstorm coming in, and it's going to be a little bit more severe here on the coast. Not that John and I will not camp in the rain. We have camped in the rain, but it's very hard to camp in the rain with 3 dogs in a 17-foot trailer. So we don't have a lot of grass where we're at, so it's just going to turn into mud. They're actually calling for it to be an atmospheric river. So it's going to start tonight, and it's supposed to, tonight is Thursday, and it's supposed to kind of let up on Saturday. So we're not going to stick around for that, because it's just, again, going to turn to mud, dirt where we're at, and to have 3 wet dogs in a 17-foot trailer, that's a challenge. Somebody asked where my dogs sleep while they camp with us. Toby, who is about 75 pounds, sleeps right where I'm standing. I put a pad blanket thing down for him. He sleeps fine there. My 2 other ones, this was the first time they've slept since we have configured it with the 2 twin XLs. Jasper sleeps at the end of John's bed. Navy sleeps at the end of my bed. Honestly, it works. it's tight. I'm gonna be very honest. If you had one dog, good for you, that's great. One dog would probably be fine. But to have two big dogs and a small dog in this trailer, it works to go to sleep, but it doesn't work to hang out in. So anyway, I'm getting the trailer cleaned up. That's why we're leaving early. And yeah, we're kind of bummed. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do for the next couple days. But I thought I would just fill you in. All right, I have not swept out the trailer, but somebody asked to see the space between our two beds. I don't know the exact measurement, but I am comfortably walking. There's Navy, that's kind of her perch. Have you had a good camping trip, Navy? Do you bark at every dog that walks by? Yes, I do. So anyway, this is the space between the two beds. The beds have been stripped, so what you're seeing are mattress covers. But definitely we are gonna get a lagoon table and put up so we can kind of be in here when the weather isn't great. But yeah, that's the space between the two beds, complete with this little seat in the back. So if you have a small dog, it's actually a perfect area. So there you have it, the space between the two beds in the Independence Deluxe. We are in the truck, we are loaded. John's dumping right now, and we're gonna head back home. So sad. Navy says so sad. We had so much fun. We had so many good walks, but in reality for us, this is just camping with small dog, or camping with 3 dogs. And yes, we choose to have 3 dogs because that's just how life worked for us. But what Toby's doing right now, this is what he does for the next 2 hours. Sometimes he's shaking. So anyway, we had a great trip. We had such a fun trip. I love Nehalem State Park. Manzanita on the Oregon coast is just a great little town to explore. So if you're in this area or you're traveling through the Oregon coast, Manzanita is a must that you should see. The beach is gorgeous. I mean, the whole Oregon coast is gorgeous. So guys, thanks so much for sticking with me. I honestly, because we've literally cut this short 2 days early, I have no idea how long this is actually going to be. So thank you so much for sticking with me on this video and watching till the end. If you haven't, consider subscribing. It really does help support my channel. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out from Nehalem State Park, and I'll see you soon.